So the goal and premise is to start right there where you are. So oftentimes I'm amazed by people that have visions, goals, ideas, plans, that have the great picture at hand and want to start with the great picture. Hear me out. I'm one of the advocates that's very, very, very big on having, if you have a dream or a vision, having goals aligned. You want to start off with short-term goals to long-term goals, and short-term goals get you to long-term goals. I'm a person that always also starts, believe it or not, I start off in my mind with the big picture at hand, but I dial down and start on the baby steps. And this is what I'm saying. So oftentimes most people do not pursue their dreams, aspirations of either owning a business or even starting to write that book or even becoming who they want to be, because so oftentimes they look at the big picture and think that they cannot deal with the big picture. For instance, when I started writing, I never initially when I first started writing, the Lord said to me, use the tools that you have. I've given you what you need. And I said, but God, what are you calling me to writing and you're saying use the tools that you have? I've already given you. Because when I started writing, I thought I had to have an agent already. I thought I had to have a publishing contract already. I thought I had to have the big picture at hand. I mean, yes, I was visualizing my book on a bookshelf somewhere out in someone's bookstore. But at the very same token, God reminded me that start where you are. Start right there. I've given you what you need. So I was sitting there when this was happening, and I was in a hotel room traveling, and my laptop was right there in front of me on my desk. And I said, bingo, got it, duh. So I started right there. I never for once after that moment stopped in between my writing to go Google or research on publishing or editing or marketing or any of that stuff, because I knew that if I did any of that stuff, it would deter me. Yes, long-term goal for that book was to eventually get published the right way. Short-term goal in that moment was to finish the book. So you have everything you need when you start off with an idea, when you start off with a vision. You have everything you need. You have everything you need. I was talking to a beloved friend of mine when we went out to lunch. She's wonderful at what she does. She's a caterer and she has a couple of businesses. And we were just talking about business ventures, and I was letting her know because she's looking for a location for her catering company. And I remembered when I thought that I wanted to be a caterer. Boy, I tell you, some of the things that I've thought that I wanted to be, and God reminded me that that's not what He had called me to. But because I love to cook, so I thought obviously that's natural, duh, no brainer. If I like to cook, then that means I should have a catering company. No. Anyway, so I could tell you what I started off by doing, which is something also I encourage people to do. At that point in time, when I thought that catering was what I like to do because I like to cook, I started just buying stuff, ingredients, because I lived by myself, and cooking for a lot of people. At that time, I used to go to choir rehearsal, so it was about a good 10, 12 of us. So I used to make all this food and take it to choir rehearsal, see about people's reactions. But the more I did that, the more I saw that was a lot of work. And I was like, I don't know if I could do this, because I don't know if I'm struggling now with 12, keeping up with it. What if I have to serve 50, 40, 100? So I quickly realized I just love to cook, and that was not for me, which is okay. But at the same token, I was saying start right there where you are, in the context of, even at that point in time, I knew that I did not have the big chef kitchen or the big supplies and all that good stuff, but I knew that I could start where I was. I read an article once about Paula Deen, that she started off by doing home trays. She started right there where she was. in the comfort of her home, and look where she is now. So I encourage you on today, no matter how big your vision is, no matter how big your dream is, you might have $1 million, multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar ideas, but you're sitting there with not so much of $1 million or multi-millions in your account. So I encourage you to start right there where you are. Yes, you've written it down, you want to go for it, but start right there where you are. Even doing as much as researching, extensive research on what you are trying to do, is starting right there where you are.